Hey, Bachelor Nation. Welcome back to the channel. The Bachelor franchise has survived many things. Helicopter breakdowns, champagne stealing, rogue producers whispering chaos into contestants' ears, and more broken engagements than a small-town jeweler sees in a decade. But nothing has prepared Bachelor Nation for its current catastrophe, an existential emergency so dire that even Chris Harrison, somewhere, sipping rose in an undisclosed location, has reportedly paused mid-toast. Yes, it's true. The decades-long reality TV romance empire is wobbling, wilting, and possibly dying. Ratings are slipping. Roses are wilting on camera. Hot tub steam no longer rises dramatically. Viewers everywhere begun asking the most terrifying question in entertainment. Why does this feel the same? But fear not, because there is one person, one unlikely hero, who might be able to strap on a ring light hit record and rescue the entire franchise from flatlining. Taylor Frankie Paul. Now, depending on where you exist on the internet, Taylor Frankie Paul is either. To understand the urgency, you first have to picture the scene at ABC headquarters. Imagine a dozen executives in a conference room decorated with discarded date card envelopes and a faint scent of lost ad revenue. A giant monitor flashes grim blue numbers. Someone has spilled their oat milk latte in distress. People aren't gasping anymore. One executive sobs. We've gone 3 episodes without a single iconic meltdown. We can't survive like this. The audience wants unpredictability. Another whispers, staring hollow-eyed at a chart title number of door slams versus viewer engagement. Everything feels too normal. That's when a young intern, trembling like a contestant before a rose ceremony, clears her throat and says the words that change everything. What have we brought in Taylor Frankie Paul? A hush falls. A rose petal drops. Somewhere, a producer faints. Because here's the truth. The Bachelor franchise has drama, but it does not have her kind of drama. Taylor Frankie Paul operates on a frequency of chaos, traditionally reserved for meteor showers and rogue comets. She is not simply a content creator. She is a gravity-altering field of plot twists, a woman whose brunch outings could spontaneously generate a 3-episode story arc. If conflict were gold, she'd be Fort Knox. If cliffhangers were a sport, she'd be an Olympian. Imagine her entrance. The limo door opens, and instead of the usual soft piano music, the soundtrack glitches, then drops into a remix of echoing gasps and TikTok notification pings. She steps out. Her dress sparkles like it's been sponsored by a ring light company. The Bachelor, whose name doesn't matter because it will soon be completely irrelevant, gazes in awe. "Hi," she says sweetly. "I'm here to save your ratings." Even the driveway gravel trembles. Within minutes of her arrival, the show transforms. Rose ceremonies become cliffhangers with actual cliffs. Group dates turn into psychological endurance tests where contestants must survive being in a 2-foot radius of her swirling, unpredictable energy. The hot seat interviews at Women Tell All, now they require actual seat belts. And the confessionals, the confessionals. Contestants will no longer say things like, "I really feel like I open up tonight." No, now they'd say, "I haven't blinked in 4 hours. I'm afraid if I do, I'll miss something." Or, "She just said it wasn't that deep about an argument that was absolutely that deep. I don't know what's real anymore." Or simply, "I need a nap." Even better, Taylor Frankie Paul would give Bachelor Nation something it hasn't had in a long, long time. Viral chaos synergy. Every episode would spawn memes at a speed previously thought physically impossible. Fan theories would multiply like an unmonitored group chat. Reaction clips would flood TikTok until the algorithm itself begged for mercy. And sure, yes, some viewers would complain. "This isn't the show I grew up with," they'd say, clutching their vintage DVDs of the Jason Mesnick season. But that's fine. The last thing the franchise needs is more stability. Stability is the enemy. Stability is the reason the show's been running on autopilot for years, recycling the same tropes like a malfunctioning Roomba. But Taylor? She is a walking plot device. A human storyline generator. A one-woman narrative earthquake. She would take the franchise, shake it like a snow globe, and create more drama in a single cocktail party than entire seasons have managed. Of course, This is all hypothetical, a creative fantasy, a playful imagining of what happens when one-of-a-kind online energy is dropped into a time-worn television universe. But the message remains. If The Bachelor wants to survive, if it wants to be relevant, chaotic, meme-worthy, and unavoidable, it needs a catalyst, a disruptor, a hurricane in heels. It needs someone who can revive the franchise not with roses, but with ring lights. Someone who can pull the show back from brink with a single unexpected plot twist. Someone who has mastered the art of capturing attention in the age when attention spans are shorter than a commercial break. Yes, Bachelor Nation, let's say it plainly. The Bachelor franchise is going to die if Taylor Frankie Paul doesn't save it. And honestly, she might just be chaotic enough to do it.